this video, I'm going to show you how to set up your action camera to film yourself, whether through vlogging or filming yourself farther away. Now, I'm going to demonstrate this with the Insta360 Ace Pro because that's what I have, but these principles work just as well with the GoPro or the DJI. You may have to swap out certain accessories for others, but the principles are the same. One of the things you have to understand about these action cameras is that they're designed to focus to infinity. That means they do very well when pointing them outwards to film things in the distance, but they don't do so well close up. They have something called a minimum focusing distance, which you can't really go beyond. For the Insta360, it's about 16 inches or 40 centimeters. So if you're holding it out like this, you'll be fine. But if you get in very, much closer than that, you're going to be out of focus, but the background is going to be nice and clear. So the other thing is, all of these action cameras have really great audio, from here. But the farther you get from the actual camera, the worse the audio is going to sound. So one of the things I'm trying to do here is to make it so that the audio sounds good, whether you're here or 50 feet down the road. So the one thing I like about the Insta360 is that it has this flip-up screen. Now, the only reason I mention it is because one of the accessories you're going to need is a cage. Not to actually protect the camera. It can just be a flimsy plastic one like this, but because you're going to need to be able to mount other things onto this. So get yourself a cage. They're usually less than $10, and all you need to do is to slide your camera into the cage, lock it up, and that's it. Now you have the ability to mount a light or something, a microphone up here. This works very well with something like the DJI because it has a front-facing screen. But it doesn't work so well with this Insta360 because if you put anything here, it's going to block out the screen. So what we need to do is to be able to connect the camera itself to a tripod. Now what I like is, first of all, the Insta360 comes with this mounting bracket, which I don't really like and I don't use. So I recommend, if for this particular camera, you buy a third-party clip. This one I like because it has the 1/4-20 screw screw hole so that you can mount it to this kind of tripod. And it also has the GoPro style feet that come out so that you can use this kind of tripod head. So what I'm going to do now is to just clip that onto there like this and attach it to this tripod here by just screwing it on like so. Now, like I said, if you're going to film yourself, you're pretty much set. As long as you're holding the camera about 16 inches away, it's going to sound great. It's going to look great. Again, whether it's a GoPro, DJI, or this, you're good to go. But when you go from here to much farther away, it's going to sound terrible. Now, with the GoPro, you're going to have to get something called the Media Mod. With this Insta360, they have an audio adapter. So if you own, let's say, a wireless microphone, like this is the Fuliam X5, it's a great budget microphone, and you can take the door off of the side of the camera, like so, and clip this adapter into the USB slot, and then attach your microphone, and you're good. The only problem with doing this is that now the camera is no longer waterproof. If you're using a GoPro, you have to get their Media Mod. Same principle, it plugs into the USB, no longer waterproof. So if you want to maintain the waterproofness of the camera, you either have to get the DJI, which allows you to use their DJI mic, or record your audio separately. Now, the one good thing about this Insta360 is, as of their latest firmware update, you can actually use the DJI wireless mic. It pairs via Bluetooth, and it's great because now the camera is still waterproof and you get terrific sound whether you're here or down there. Now the other thing is about action cameras and all cameras in general is if you go out in bright light, you're going to need an ND filter or a polarizing filter. The problem is, how do you do that? Now, I've got a whole bunch of these filters that I've accumulated over the years because of other cameras that I've owned. And this is a 49mm thread. So you have to be able to get this onto here. Now, there are third-party manufacturers that actually make ND filters that go right on to this lens here. But I already have these and I didn't want to buy new ones. So what I did was I bought this. And this is an adapter which is less than $10, about $8. And what you do is you just slide it onto the front here and press it down. And it's got some rubberized ring on the inside. So this is pretty secure. It's not going anywhere. And now you can screw different filters onto your camera. And this has the added benefit of if you have just a clear filter like a UV filter, you can screw that on and it gives extra protection for the lens. Or you can just find a lens cap. This is one to allow a macro lens that I have, and you can do it this way and protect your camera lens, putting it in your pocket, avoid scratches. So I think this is a really nice feature to have as well. And so now we've covered the image quality, the audio, and the only other thing left is low light. Now, the Insta360 is actually pretty good in low light, but you can always do better by adding additional light. Now, with this particular cage that I bought, it allows you to mount the camera horizontally and vertically as well, like that, which is really great. But personally, I never film in vertical orientation, and with this camera, you don't have to, because it allows you, there's a setting in here that allows you to, I think it's called freeform. It allows you to film vertical and horizontal at the same time. So you just pick the one you want. So I always leave it like that in this horizontal orientation. But now what to do with this if I'm not going to use it? Well, this is magnetized, which is nice. So I got a light with a magnet on the side and on the back. So now with this light, I can just attach it like that. I can point it in any direction I want. And it's an RGB light, meaning that it can do different colors. And you can cycle through different colors. And then you can adjust the strength of the light, which is very nice. And this is my solution for putting additional light on the subject, whether yourself or something in the background. And it's very reasonably priced. Again, all the links will be down in the description below. But I mean, with this magnetic clip, you can't beat it. It's so quick and so effortless. So let me just shut this off to not blind you all. Yeah. So this is my setup for filming myself. Hope you guys found this interesting or useful, and I'll see you on the next one.